Yang Fam says, we need a Greg Sucks guild led by Paris. Sadly, he'll be waiting for them to send him a chair before he does anything in this guild. You know what I mean? Kind of that. You know you like that one. I saw you trying not to laugh. You love it when I get Paris. He's just, too high on the hog, as they say.
Too high on the hog.
Too high on the hog. All right, so let's jump to number 4 on the Roper Report. Terminator 2D, No Fate. Terminator 2D, No Fate. I'm not even going to read the story. Can we just do a watch to the trailer, a live watch, a reaction to the trailer, please, Kevin? Thank you very much.
With like 2D game?
Wait and see, buddy. Reef Entertainment. Bitmap Bureau.
Oh, shit.
Fuck yes. Fuck yes. Oh my god. T1000, T2, and then boop, D. An untold future, an iconic
Shut
past.
up, it's a platformer?
It's a side-scrolling, shooting the shit out of everything.
Dude!
Yes. This is gonna be the fucking tits, baby. This is gonna be amazing. I've never said that. Look at that Schwarzenegger dong out.
Nick is gonna be so excited for this.
Oh my god, this looks awesome.
As somebody who loved Terminator on Sega Genesis, this is so fucking awesome. I cannot fucking wait for this game. A Contra Terminator side-scroller. Sarah Connor just beating the shit out of people. Let's fuck up some hunter-killers. Let's get them.
Terminated.
Humanity needs you. Will you answer?
Oh!
Terminator 2D, No Fate. I will read, it's coming out the 5th of September, 2025. Land Pitts at GameSpot has information. Terminator 2 is one of the most successful films of all time, and much like other R-rated movies of the time, spawned a line of toys and video games in the early 1990s. If you missed out on the original Terminator 2 video game, Reef Entertainment is bringing the T800, T1000, Sarah, and John Connor back for its retro-style shoot-'em-up Terminator 2D, No Fate. Taking the title from the famous quote, "No fate but what we make," from the movie means the future isn't predetermined, and the game allows players to decide the world's fate with multiple endings. Terminator 2D No Fate incorporates detailed pixelated graphics and the ability to play as the T1000, Sarah, and John in the present and future. I wonder if that's a typo, because that's the T800, Arnold Schwarzenegger. I definitely see us playing as T1000, of course, the villain. I'm not saying he's not playable in it, but that's clearly a T800. I'm just, that's me. And then here comes the quote. Quote plays Sarah Connor and the T800 through a variety of thrilling missions as they take on the T1000 and try to put a stop to Skynet's plans before the human race is annihilated, the official synopsis reads. Lead the resistance as John Connor in the future, fighting on the front lines as mankind's only hope in the war against the machines. In this unique story, blending iconic scenes from Terminator 2 Judgment Day with original scenarios and multiple endings, humanity's fate is yours to decide, end quote. Some gamers might remember the notoriously difficult motorcycle chase from the original Terminator 2, and it looks like it's back again. If you, of course, have heard me on this show, not even this show, Kind of Funny, since its origins, you've heard me talk about the motorcycle chase that I was able to get to once in Terminator 2 on the Game Boy.
Of course.
And I was so excited while watching Family Ties, but I immediately died and never got back to it again. I'm excited to right some wrongs here.
Yeah, oh, yeah. I believe you this time.
Other levels include Sarah trying to escape from the hospital in a very naked T800 taking on bikers to get his boots, clothes, and motorcycle. Scheduled to be released on September 5th, the game is launching on PS5, PS4, Nintendo Switch, Xbox Series X and S, Xbox One, and PC via Steam and the Epic Game Store. Let's fucking go.
Hey, man, I'm really, really blown away by this. Like, this is not at all, clearly, what I expected. You heard what I expected a second ago. And while that would have been very, very cool for a lot of people, this is cool for me. And I'm so happy that we are at a point that I probably should have expected this to be an option, because we're getting so many of these awesome things. Like recently, in addition to the Ilphonic making such great use of
IP.
Classic IP for that type of game, we have been seeing a lot more of this. Like I brought up, not even expecting this, but now it even makes more sense. We don't know how to say it. .emu, .temu, I'm not so sure. Yeah. But Metal Slug Tactics, Turtle Shredder's Revenge, Streets of Rage 4, Ninja Gaiden Ragebound, those being more Turtles kind of both, but video game IP that are definitely older, not going to bust the world open in terms of sales and like, holy crap, this is like a major successful video game. But if we put the right budget and the right team and talent and passion behind something, we can create a success.
This episode is brought to you by me, Greg Miller. Chicago, what are you doing Thursday, April 10th at 7 p.m.? The answer? Coming to my live show. That's right, Mrs. Miller's baby boy is coming back to Chicagoland and putting on a 90-minute, one-night only show live from the Goodwin Auditorium at Benedictine University in Lisle. I'm mixing a bit of Up at Noon with a bit of my best Comic-Con performances with a lot of my Chicago influences. I'm calling it a late night with Greg Miller, and it's going to offer never-before-heard adolescent tales, an interview with one of my favorite bands of all time, a conversation with Millie Ramsey about growing up in the internet spotlight, your live questions for me, and of course, tons of fabulous video game prizes. Get your tickets now at kindafunny.com/Chicago. And hey, Midwest people, we never do shows out there, so this is your chance to see a Greg Miller stage show. Indiana, Iowa, Minnesota, Wisconsin. We always talk about how we love to drive as Midwest people, so hit the road for an opportunity you may never get again. This is a fundraiser for Benedictine University. That's right, my childhood best friend Poe's school. So get your tickets now at kindafunny.com/Chicago, and I'll see you on April 10th. This episode is brought to you by BetterHelp. It's always important for us to be aware of a relationship red flags we should avoid. But what if we focused more on looking for green flags in friends and partners? If you're not sure what they look like, therapy can help you identify green flags, actively practice them in your relationships, and embody the green flag energy yourself. Some of our best friends use BetterHelp and love how helpful it can be for learning positive coping skills and how to set boundaries. It empowers you to be the best version of yourself. It isn't just for those who have experienced major trauma. If you're thinking of starting therapy, give BetterHelp a try. It's entirely online, designed to be convenient, flexible, and suited to your schedule, and it serves over 5 million people worldwide. Discover your relationship green flags with BetterHelp. Visit BetterHelp.com/kindafunny to get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/kindafunny. BetterHelp.com/kindafunny.
You know, we talk about AAA, indie, AA, all that stuff so much. I love that it seems like there's this not genre, but like level forming that like there could be major success for these teams. And
of course,
Power Rangers, Rita's Rewind being another one from Digital Eclipse. But then there was the other ones. Fuck, I forgot who made it, but there's the arcade. Like it's I forget the name of it, but like arcade something.
Oh,
and then like
with the Evil Dead and Halloween.
Which I was super hyped for.
Retro Realms,
Retro Realms,
Halloween and Ash vs. the Evil Dead, and the creators were Way Forward. Embarrassing. We couldn't remember Way Forward.
Of course. And that is why I was so excited for those. And then I had a problem where when I got codes for the game, like I had access to the like realm, but I didn't have access to the games, and I had a little too much issue with it, and then I never went back. But I need to go back because I just love that. Again, I keep saying this, but it's that level of passion and talent and right level of support and budget to like make these things happen the right way for the audiences they're being built for. And looking at the Terminator, there's animations there in the pixel work that like the transferring of John from motorcycle to motorcycle. I'm like, that is the difference of, hey, we're the cash grab. We have an IP and we're just doing something.
Yeah,
and like, hey,
love.
we want to do this right because we want to make a game that feels like you remember the Super Nintendo and Genesis games feeling like, right?
100%.
And obviously, me being the nostalgic fanboy that I am of that era, like I love that we can get new pixel games and new 2D side scrollers that have a modern level of understanding of what is exciting and hype and what we expect and want to see.
And what I mean, like again, what a great blending of genre, art style, and IP. Because obviously, this looks, again to your point, like what I remember Terminator on Sega Genesis looking like, even though it does not. Right?
Mm-hmm.
It's this idea of like you can go back to something old, put a new spin on it, and be there and speak to us, the nerds and old guys now who want to see this. Fuck yeah. I can't wait for that. September 5th.
Yeah. And
looks great.
We're watching the PlayStation trailer, but I was seeing in the chat, people are saying it's coming to everything.
Don't be a Blessing about this, okay? Because that drives me crazy. Because I saw Blessing do it to you today. oh, it's Pokemon Day? And you're like, I started the fucking show saying it's Pokemon
Well,
Day.
I know.
I came in the other day and to talk about DC Comics. I literally yelled about DC Comics, and Blessing goes, oh, is Greg, do you know the news? And I'm like, I'm here reacting to the news. And then you're talking like I didn't just read the final paragraph of this.
I know that, but I was about to make a point. I was talking to the audience, reminding them, as I've been saying here, Greg, if you would just fucking let me talk here, okay? This is a good thing because these games need to be on every single system.
But you gave the chat credit for that rather than me saying it. You know what I mean?
Well, okay, yeah, sure.
Do I need to bring the briefcase out here? Remind you
No,
whose
you
house you're
already
playing,
did that.
whose yard you're in? You're in the big dog's yard. I'm the
I don't
big
like it
dog.
fucking one way or Anyway, point being, this is good. And another thing I want to bring up, because I will bring it up any fucking chance I get. Another group is Iron Galaxy. Tony Hawk's Pro
of
Skater
course.
3 and 4. You know
Yeah,
what I'm talking about. Ninja Gaiden Streets of Rage and so.
Yeah.
A video game IP. Tony Hawk, obviously, a game from a slightly different era than that, but still a pull to like get that nostalgia grab and try to find the audience that it had. And you need to be on every console. You need to be pushing this out the right way. And them theoretically launching on Steam day one as well as Epic and all that.
Yeah.
I'm excited for this because you look over at Ubisoft and how much they've been fucking up for a long time, right?
Yeah.
But the they're essentially admission of fucking up. They're now
Sure.
going to be on
Yeah,
Steam,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
Day and date for Assassin's Creed and other big titles. And it's like, this is good. You know, and Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, we were just talking about how, you know, sales were underperforming when it was exclusive to PS5, but coming to PC, they're way, way up. And it's like, we can fix this, everybody. Games can be fixed. We just need to not make stupid decisions.
Yes. And speak to an audience, approve a budget that is obtainable, turn it around on a time cycle that you assume. I'm making a lot of assumptions.
Yep.
But I look at this and I go, this game shouldn't have taken this long. Kevin, what is with the zooms today? This game shouldn't have taken that long to look at. Not that it's not a great looking game. It looks amazing, right? But you assume they turned that quicker. So that the budget was probably set correctly and they don't need to sell 100 million units to be like, oh, this was a success. And this leads to us. I saw the chat saying it, your mouth to God's ears. This leads to us getting more Aliens games. This leads to getting Predator games. This leads to everybody going, oh, the olds love these things. We should keep making them. There's an audience for this. Like, and Digital Eclipse knows for sure. Okay. Well, that was fun. I'm glad you pulled that one up and we started off that way. High five. Fuck you for being so mean to me. Number one on the Roper Report. I have even more WB Games woes for you. We go to GameSpot.com.
I want you to know, Greg, I have never in my entire 35 years of living missed a high five that hard.
Yeah.
Like, I put force behind
Yeah,
that.
I got your ass.
And I was like, wow, you
I'm
got
in his
me
head.
there.
You see him trying to
got
end the
me there.
Gamescast? You couldn't even end the game or the reaction stream? I was in your head. You can't. You see the stars. You know the bars are coming.
I hate it here.
No, the stars. The bank's coming. Whatever.